Why does a quiet child learn so early that silence can feel safer than being heard? Some people grow up knowing exactly what they want to say, yet feeling unable to say it. This silence carries weight. It is full of thoughts, questions, and unfinished sentences. This story explores why speaking up can feel dangerous to some minds, even when nothing is physically at risk. Staying until the end matters because the struggle to speak is not about weakness or lack of confidence. It is about protection, learning, and a nervous system that adapted too well. The shy child often notices things others miss. Tone changes, facial expressions, small shifts in mood. This child learns early to read the room, not to dominate it, not to change it, just to survive inside it. Silence becomes a skill. Listening becomes armor. Speaking becomes something that requires calculation. In many cases, the shy child was not born afraid to speak. The fear was learned, sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly. A comment that landed too hard, laughter that came at the wrong moment, an interruption that never got corrected. Each moment teaches the same lesson. Words have consequences. The brain remembers these moments, not as clear memories, but as patterns. Speak less, wait longer, be careful. This is how hesitation forms, not from lack of intelligence, but from too much awareness. Some environments reward loudness, others punish it. When a child grows up in a space where attention feels unpredictable, silence feels like control. The shy child learns to observe before acting, to scan before speaking, to measure the cost of being noticed. Over time, this becomes automatic. The body tightens when a thought wants to escape. The throat closes slightly. The heart speeds up. This isn't a personality trait. It's the nervous system responding exactly as it's designed to. Psychology calls this inhibition, a tendency to pause, evaluate, and hold back. It is often linked to early experiences where expression did not feel safe or welcome. For some, speaking led to criticism. For others, it led to conflict. For some, it simply led to being ignored. Being ignored can be just as powerful. When words disappear without response, the brain learns that effort is wasted. Silence becomes efficient. As the child grows, the habit stays. Classrooms, meetings, group conversations. The adult still waits for the perfect moment, still rehearses sentences internally, still edits thoughts before sharing them. By the time the moment arrives, it is often past. This creates a painful contradiction. The person knows they have something valuable to say, yet the body does not cooperate. This has nothing to do with laziness, preparation, or strength. This is fear learned at a time when fear was logical. The shy child often learns to avoid risk, not because risk is dangerous, but because unpredictability is exhausting. Speaking introduces uncertainty. How will others react? Will the tone change? Will the room shift? Silence keeps the environment stable. Many people who struggle to speak up are not afraid of talking. What follows is what scares them. The pause, the look, the reaction. The brain tries to prevent discomfort by stopping the action that caused it before. This is how self-censorship forms. Not consciously, automatically. The inner dialogue becomes busy. Too busy. Should this be said now? Is this the right phrasing? What if it sounds wrong? What if it changes how others see me? By the time the internal debate ends, the external moment has moved on. This pattern is reinforced when silence appears to work. No conflict, no embarrassment, no exposure. The brain interprets this as success. Over years, this becomes identity. The quiet one, the observer, the listener. These labels feel safe, but they also feel limiting, because inside, the thoughts never stopped. Many people who struggle to speak up report feeling invisible, not because they want attention, but because they want recognition. There is a difference. Recognition means being seen accurately, being understood. Silence blocks that possibility, yet breaking silence feels like stepping into danger. The shy child learned early that attention can be unpredictable, sometimes warm, sometimes sharp. The safest option was to stay unnoticed. In adulthood, this shows up in subtle ways, avoiding disagreement, deflecting praise, letting others decide, not because of indecision, but because decision brings exposure. Exposure brings uncertainty. The nervous system prefers known discomfort over unknown risk. This is why encouragement alone does not work. Telling someone to just speak up ignores the protective logic behind silence. The brain does not respond to commands. It responds to safety. Until safety is felt, words stay locked. There is often grief beneath this pattern. Grief for moments lost, ideas unsaid, boundaries unspoken. This grief is quiet too. The shy child becomes the adult who wonders what life would feel like if expression did not require courage. The turning point often comes not from confidence, but from exhaustion. Exhaustion from holding everything in. At some point, silence stops feeling safe and starts feeling heavy. The realization is subtle. The fear never fully disappears, but the cost of silence becomes clearer. The central truth emerges slowly. The struggle to speak up was never about lacking a voice. It was about protecting it. The shy child was guarding something fragile, something valuable. The voice was not absent. It was holding still, waiting for safety, waiting for permission, waiting for a moment that felt stable enough to hold it. This realization reframes everything. Silence was not failure. It was strategy. The nervous system chose caution because caution once worked. Understanding this removes shame. Shame blocks growth. Understanding opens space. When the struggle is seen as adaptation rather than defect, change becomes possible. Not through force, through patience. The path forward is not about becoming loud, it is about becoming grounded. Grounded enough to tolerate the discomfort of being seen. The shy child does not need to disappear. The shy child needs reassurance. Reassurance that expression no longer equals danger. This process is slow. It happens in small moments. A sentence spoken despite the racing heart. A boundary stated quietly but clearly. Each moment rewires the brain, not by proving safety absolutely, but by showing survivability. The voice strengthens not through volume, but through repetition. Still, even as change begins, the old reflex remains nearby. Silence still whispers its promise of comfort, and sometimes it is still chosen. That choice is not failure, it is memory speaking. The shy child never fully leaves. That child remains inside, watching, assessing, protecting. And perhaps the question is not how to silence that child, but how to listen to it without letting it decide everything. Because somewhere between silence and speech there is a pause, and inside that pause, the voice waits, not for permission, but for enough calm to finally step forward, knowing that even if the room shifts, even if the moment feels uncertain, the words no longer need to hide in the same way they once did, and the quiet that follows may feel different now, not as protection, but as space where something new might begin.